Very good. Rethink, reframe, refocus. I am not in any way, shape, or form saying these are the only 5 steps to sales. I'm not going to say that at all. You could probably put 20 up there. But from my experience, I've been very lucky, I've been very fortunate to have worked with some of the best salespeople I've ever seen or met. Worked with them in my corporate life, and in the last 15, 16 years, I've been on enough long-term projects to make face-to-face calls, phone-to-phone calls, everything with some of the top salespeople I've ever seen. And what I found is they never avoid these 5 steps. Not saying there's not more, but they never avoid these 5 steps. Number 1, preparation. Anybody remember Larry Bird, Michael Jordan? Grossly talented. But what people don't know and don't remember, unless you've read articles about them, is the thousands of hours that they would spend in the gym doing drills, doing boring stuff. Who in here is an NFL fan? Raise your hand. College football fan? Raise your hand. Okay? If you go to training camp right now, you see the most highly paid, most talented athletes in the world going through drills that your 8, 9, and 10-year-old kids are doing. Basics, fundamentals, and they get those down so clear and so concise that they can carry them out in any situation. Preparation, folks, is boring, boring, boring. I'll say it again. Boring, boring, boring. This is the only profession that I know of that somehow, some way, we use let's wing it as a badge of honor. So, what are we going to do? We got a big call tomorrow. What are we going to do? Let's wing it. Let's just go see how it goes. Let's go with the flow. All right? It is the only profession I know where we literally will stand and kind of go puff our chest out and go, yeah, let's just wing this one. We're good. We're damn good. Now, here's what I've found. The people can wing it better than anybody else I've seen, prepared more than anybody else I've seen. They spent so much time in preparation. They did the due diligence. They did the work that they knew that no matter what came up and what happened, they would be ready for. They were mentally prepared. They were confident. And confidence comes from preparation. The more prepared you are, the more confident you are. Preparation is boring, but again, the best salespeople I've ever seen are the ones that out-prepared others. Step 2, ask pertinent questions. The only way you can find out what a customer wants and needs is to ask questions. Here's what most of us as salespeople have a tendency to do. We walk into somebody's office, not saying anybody in this room, globally salespeople. We walk into somebody's office, or we get them on the phone, and all of a sudden you're amazed because it didn't go to voicemail. You're like, holy crap, you weren't supposed to answer the phone. It didn't go to voicemail. And they're like, hello. Oh. Preparation? Maybe not so much. All right? And then we get them, whether it's on the phone or in person, and what happens? Anybody want to guess? What happens? We either freeze up if we're not prepared, but do we start asking questions or we start talking? We start talking. We start talking. And here's what it looks like and sounds like. Hi, I'm so good, I'm so great, I'm so wonderful, bye for me. I'm so good, I'm so great, I'm so wonderful, bye for me. Is that what comes out of our mouth? Are those our words? No. But is that the message that's being heard on the other end of the phone? Yes. Who does the other person on the other end of the phone, who do they care about? You or themselves? Themselves. So why do we think that they want to hear immediately out of the gate about us? They don't. So my thing, what I have found is great salespeople start out asking questions. You know this. You've all done it. Uncovering needs. Finding problems. And number 3, one of the greatest attributes of the salespeople I've ever met in my life, is they listen better than most salespeople. Because here's what's happening when most salespeople finally shut their mouth. Because most salespeople, is it past 9 o'clock? Yep, it's about 10 o'clock, so we can handle this one. Here's what most salespeople do. They verbally vomit. They show up and throw up all over somebody's desk. They verbally vomit. It just, once they start talking, boom, it just can't stop it. Well, most salespeople then, when they finally quit talking and give the customer a chance to speak, what normally happens? Do you think they're listening? They're not listening. You know what they're thinking about? What are they thinking about? What they're going to say next. And here's what's going on. Customer is giving us all kinds of opportunities for us to set up a plan. All opportunities for telling us what their problem is. All opportunities for lots of things. And here's what's going through most salespeople's mind. Man, if he would just shut up. I got him now. If he would just shut up. She looks very nice, but man, if she would just shut up. He seems very pleasant. He looks really good too. If he would just shut up. Great salespeople shut their selling brain down. Great salespeople do not have anything going through their mind other than focusing on the customer and listening for opportunities, listening to what's really going on. Then, finally, present customized solutions. I always make a joke about this. Folks, there's 5 steps there. And as we go through those 5 steps where we really start speaking and talking as a salesperson, step 4. 80% through the process, and we finally can start speaking. So, present customized solutions. And what I mean by customized is if we make 20 calls in a day, not including the the phone calls, all 20 of those calls have to look different, sound different, be different. They have to be customized. They have to be customized. And here's what happens. We get on the milk run. We go in and we pass out new information and we say the same thing on 20 calls. What are the chances of those being 20 effective calls? Very low. We all know that. But great salespeople present customized solutions on a regular and consistent basis. And then number 5, follow up, follow up, follow up. How many people in here have got more orders and more business because of follow-up alone than some of the other things? We all know we have. Be there. Do what we say we're going to do and follow up. In today's world, people will actually be surprised with that.